Greetings, Stoic seekers. Have you ever found yourself deep in thought, contemplating decisions that could entirely reshape your life's trajectory? This profound question has been a timeless puzzle for generations, with Stoicism stepping in to provide some form of guidance. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but a way of life, a guiding principle embraced firmly by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism, originating from the vibrant schools of ancient Greek philosophy, is a philosophical doctrine that teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means of overcoming destructive emotions. It encourages us to focus our mental energy on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and live our lives in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, not only a Roman emperor but also a renowned Stoic philosopher, held this philosophy at the core of his life and reign. His timeless wisdom, as recorded in his personal notes known as Meditations, provides thought-provoking insights about human nature, life, and leadership. His potent words continue to inspire and transform many lives even after centuries. Marcus Aurelius's teachings advocate for a life of simplicity, peace, and appreciation of the present. Such a Stoic mindset can lead us into making transformative life choices. Today, we're going to delve into 10 of these life-altering Stoic decisions drawn from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius himself that could revolutionize how you live your life. This narrative isn't about concocting grand plans or making earth-shattering breakthroughs. Rather, it's about identifying a path of tranquility, purpose, and satisfaction in the mundane happenings that in truth shape our lives profoundly. It's about embracing each day as a gift, an opportunity, a blank canvas for us to create our individual masterpiece. Every moment is a chance for self-discovery and life transformation. So, are you ready to embark on this enlightening journey of self-evolution and life transformation? Because the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the principles of Stoicism are about to guide you on an unforgettable voyage. The philosophy of living in the present is a cornerstone of Stoicism, a philosophy that was greatly endorsed and practiced by Marcus Aurelius, a recognized Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor. This philosophy is grounded in the principle that the only reality that matters is the present moment, and that full immersion in this moment is the gateway to a fulfilling and contented life. Marcus Aurelius vehemently believed that if one suspends their focus on the past and future, and instead concentrates entirely on the present, one could genuinely perceive the world in its pure form. This perspective enables us to discover and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us in every nook and cranny. Aurelius's teachings underline the significance of breaking away from the burdensome shackles of the past and the daunting unknown of the future. Our past, laden with our mistakes and failures, often acts as a tether, halting our forward movement and hampering progress. In contrast, our future, fraught with uncertainties and potential challenges, tends to keep us in a perpetual state of anxiety, unease, and restlessness. Both of these distractions deny us the joy of living in the present moment. The philosophy of living in the present, as propagated by Marcus Aurelius, instructs us to release the guilt and regrets of our past mistakes and to resist the temptation to be overwhelmed by the fear of unknown future events. By doing this, we can genuinely appreciate the present, the now. The now is the only certainty we have and the only time over which we have real control. Cherishing the now equates to appreciating the beauty of life and existence. It is a call to slow down, to pause and smell the roses, to fully immerse ourselves in our environment and to increase our awareness and presence. By adhering to this philosophy, we can genuinely value the beauty of the present moment, instead of being trapped in past regrets or anxiously awaiting the future. The significance of this philosophy lies in its potential to free us from the emotional burdens of our past and future, allowing us to live more deeply, joyously, and purposefully in the present. The principle of acceptance, specifically relating to the things we cannot change, is a powerful tenet that impacts our daily lives tremendously. It might seem simple at first glance, but it bears a deep significance that we often tend to overlook. The concept is steeped in wisdom that has been gathered over generations, encapsulating a profound message within its folds. It has the potential, if understood and applied correctly, to revolutionize our viewpoints and perspectives on life itself. What does this principle entail? It primarily involves understanding and acknowledging the fine line between what we can and cannot change in our lives. It is about identifying and embracing this boundary with grace, humility, and wisdom. Realizing that there are certain things beyond our control is a liberating experience. Too often we direct our energy and focus on areas where we have no control. This leads to unnecessary frustration, disappointment, and a sense of helplessness. However, when we redirect this energy towards the aspects of life that we can influence, we find ourselves becoming more productive, content, and satisfied. Practicing the principle of acceptance opens doors to a realm of peace and tranquility that we didn't know existed. It helps us maintain a balanced mental state, which is critical for our well-being. By letting go of the need to control everything, we free ourselves from stress and anxiety, enabling us to focus better on the things that truly warrant our attention. This shift in focus aids us in making more informed decisions, broadens our perspective, and enriches our understanding of life. The daily practice of acceptance leads to a more fulfilling life. It allows us to navigate through life's ups and downs with a calm and composed mind. It aids in managing our time and resources more effectively, as we are no longer wasting them on unproductive pursuits. It empowers us to live our life on our own terms without being shackled by circumstances beyond our control. The principle of accepting things we cannot change, as simple as it may sound, wields an incredible power that can drastically transform our everyday lives. When we embrace this principle, we begin to see life through a new lens, one that promotes personal growth, contentment, and ultimately, happiness. The concept of acting with virtue, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, is a cornerstone of Stoicism. This profound lesson extends beyond the confines of history and remains as relevant in our contemporary society as it was during his era as Roman emperor. Reflecting on the concept of virtue in the Stoic ethos, we understand that it covers more than what is generally perceived as morality and goodness. Rather, it serves as a call to align oneself with the elemental laws and rhythms of nature. A Stoic is urged to undertake action in a virtuous manner, irrespective of convenience or public scrutiny. This means that every moment and every circumstance encountered becomes a platform for virtuous action. This virtue involves an unwavering pursuit of wisdom, an essential quality that allows one to distinguish between what they can control and what's beyond their reach. Acting with virtue implies having the courage to face not only adversities but also the everyday challenges that life presents. Further, it demands the practical display of justice, a virtue that emphasizes treating everyone with fairness and equality. This concept calls for a consistent commitment to temperance, which is the moderation of all desires and fears, and the establishment of a balanced approach to life. This balanced approach helps an individual not just to survive, but to thrive in all aspects regardless of the external circumstances. The combined power of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance creates an unerring guide to living a morally sound life. This virtuous life, which Marcus Aurelius emphasizes, isn't a mere theory, it is the practical application of these principles. By living in accordance with nature and practicing these virtues, we are able to create a flourishing life that promotes personal growth and contributes to the well-being of others. Indeed, acting with virtue is not just about individual upliftment, but a way to positively impact the world around us. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy, and the implications of its practice have the potential to be transformative. Our fourth Stoic decision involves transforming hurdles into golden chances. While this principle might initially sound challenging to comprehend, let's unpack it bit by bit. The term obstacle often induces a feeling of negativity. It's usually synonymous with impediments, roadblocks, or anything perceived as a barrier to our progress or success. Conversely, opportunity is a term that ignites feelings of joy, hope, and thrill. It signifies a set of situations that make it possible to accomplish something. What if we told you that these two terms are not mutually exclusive and that in some scenarios they can be interchangeable? This concept might seem peculiar at first, but it is deeply rooted in the philosophy of Stoicism. Stoics believe that life is full of unpredictable circumstances, And it's our perception of these situations that truly defines their nature. They advocate the idea that while we can't control the events that happen to us, we can control how we perceive them. Obstacles are typically perceived as a deviation from the path to success. But what if we could start seeing them as alternate paths, or maybe even shortcuts? The essence of the fourth Stoic decision centers around this notion. Every hurdle we encounter in life is not a dead end, but a bypass, leading to a potentially superior route. We are encouraged to alter our mindset and view obstacles not as barriers, but as disguised opportunities waiting to be unveiled. To apply this principle in everyday life, consider a mundane example of traffic congestion. While it might seem like an obstacle at first, delaying your journey, you can perceive it as an opportunity to take the scenic route, listen to an audiobook, or simply enjoy a peaceful moment of solitude. Similarly, if you face a setback at work, rather than seeing it as a hindrance, view it as a chance to learn, grow, and enhance your problem-solving skills. So the next time you face a roadblock, don't let it lower your spirits. Instead, embrace it from a different perspective. Uncover the opportunities that might be hidden beneath the surface. As the saying goes, the most challenging paths often lead to the most beautiful destinations. Remember, the true obstacle is not the roadblock on our journey, but our perspective that perceives it as one. This concept may sound abstract, but when you start applying it to your everyday surroundings, you'll find it incredibly pragmatic and relevant. The fifth decision, emerging as a cornerstone of our thought processes, is the practice of gratitude. This force of emotion, this wave of feeling, this perspective on existence is not merely a passing notion. It is a deeply profound concept that has been intricately woven into the philosophies and teachings of intellectual giants such as the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Known not only for his leadership, but also for his philosophical musings and prolific writings, Aurelius placed immense importance on the act of gratitude, firmly anchoring his philosophy on the belief that nurturing a sense of gratitude is a fundamental ingredient for a life brimming with fulfillment and satisfaction. Gratitude, as Aurelius ardently emphasized, reaches far beyond expressing a simple thank you when presented with a physical gift or following a personally beneficial occurrence. It's more than just a momentary reaction. It is a continuous practice, a mindset that should infuse every second of our existence. It is about recognizing the endless blessings we are privy to, the seemingly insignificant elements that construct our lives into something truly meaningful. The concept of gratitude extends to appreciating the air that fills our lungs, the food that sustains us, the love that ignites our hearts, the trials that fortify our resilience, and the opportunities that stimulate our personal growth. It's about consciously celebrating our existence, regardless of whether it is painted with simplicity or grandeur. It's discovering the beauty hidden within ordinary things, within the commonplace, the everyday occurrences that we often overlook. Furthermore, the practice of gratitude encourages us to step outside our personal sphere, to encompass the world that extends beyond us. It involves appreciating the natural splendor of our planet, the complex interweaving of all life forms, the comforting warmth of the sun, the soothing coolness of the rain, the awe-inspiring magnitude of the mountains, the serene tranquility of the oceans. At the core, it's about acknowledging our position within the vast cosmos, within the grand, unfolding narrative of the universe. We are nothing more than a tiny speck within the boundless universe, yet we possess this extraordinary ability to experience profound emotions such as love, joy, and indeed gratitude. Viewed through this perspective, every moment transforms into a miracle. Every breath morphs into a gift. Every day becomes an opportunity to express our thankfulness. The universe, in all its awe-inspiring majesty and enigmatic mystery, contains it all. As we participate in this grand cosmic ballet, it is the practice of gratitude that enables us to perceive and appreciate our unique position within it. The universe continues its dance, oblivious to our desires and fears, yet we hold the power to shape our experiences through the lens of gratitude. This perspective not only imbues our short, transient lives in the universe with meaning, but also significantly impacts our decision-making. When we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we begin to make decisions from a place of abundance, not scarcity. We recognize the blessings we have, and it changes our outlook on challenges and opportunities. Instead of being driven by fear, we become motivated by appreciation and love. Our decisions are no longer reactive, but proactive, aiming to add value and contribute positively to our surroundings. Thus, the practice of gratitude not only enriches our lives, but also profoundly influences the choices we make, shaping our destiny. Our sixth decision is the deep engagement in reflection and thorough preparation. Reflection, although it may seem just a process of looking back at past events, is far more than just reminiscing. It's about utilizing the wisdom gained and lessons learned from prior experiences to steer our actions in the present and aid us in planning for the future. It's about dissecting past failures and successes, identifying patterns and learning from them. On the flip side, preparation is not merely about equipping ourselves for upcoming events. It's about arming ourselves with the necessary tools, insights, and strategies that can efficiently guide us through the winding and unpredictable path of life. It's about confronting the future with a well-formulated plan and the readiness to adapt to unforeseen circumstances. It is within this context that we recall the words of the eminent Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, who succinctly articulated the essence of these two practices. Known for his profound wisdom, he was a man who deeply understood the significance of extracting knowledge from the past and the importance of robust preparation for the future. He once declared, "Look back over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too." His words echo throughout time, imbuing us with wisdom, reminding us that history is not just a ledger of old events, but a rich reservoir of invaluable lessons. The rise and fall of empires act as potent reminders of the fleeting nature of power, the inevitable cycle of change, and the indomitable human spirit that persists against all odds. Through reflection, we can extract valuable lessons that can aid us in predicting and preparing for what's to come. Through preparation, we embolden ourselves to face the future, not with trepidation, but with unwavering confidence and courage. The potent combination of reflection and preparation is a key that opens the door to heightened foresight and profound wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius wisely expressed, "Look back over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too." This is the essence and power of reflection and preparation. The seventh decision is about the practice of self-control and discipline. This decision transcends our immediate impulses and instincts, driving us into the realm of psychological strength and resilience. This isn't merely about abstaining from the extra slice of cake or resisting the urge to make an impulsive purchase. The implications are far more profound. It's about delving into our inner urges, whether they're related to food, material possessions, or even for attention and validation. This decision necessitates a profound introspection, a deep dive into our patterns, behaviors, and thought processes. We all have been caught in the powerful grip of sudden cravings, those powerful urges that demand our immediate attention and action. Too frequently we yield to these cravings without contemplation, allowing them to dictate our actions and inevitably our lives. But what if we paused and took a moment to reflect? What if we stepped back to scrutinize these cravings? Would our actions remain unchanged, or would we acknowledge that these desires do not always harmonize with our best interests? Practicing self-control entails precisely this. It requires the realization that not every impulse is deserving of action. It demands us to rein our desires in, instead of being manipulated by them. Imagine harnessing the power to command your desires, the power to decline, to withstand temptation, to not surrender to every capricious thought. This is the strength of self-control, the rigor of discipline. It might take time to perfect this skill, and it certainly won't be a walk in the park. But the rewards are monumental and well worth the effort. This is all about gaining control over our impulses and desires, not becoming their puppet. The importance of this cannot be overstated. Self-control and discipline not only shape us as individuals, but they also shape our lives, our relationships, and our interactions with the world around us. It's about developing a resilience that helps us navigate the rough seas of life, keeping us grounded amidst the storms. It's about having the power to craft our own destiny rather than being swept along by the currents of desire and impulse. The eighth decision is the practice of humility. Humility as a concept is often misunderstood. It's not about self-deprecation or degradation. Instead, humility is a profound recognition of our place within the grand scheme of life. It is about comprehending how our individual lives, with all their triumphs and failures, are merely small components of a much larger, intricate tapestry. Humility encapsulates the profound acknowledgement that we are simply minute specks within the immensity of the universe. Digging deeper, humility demands the realization that our knowledge is not absolute, that our perspectives are not the final word. Each person we interact with, every individual we cross paths with, brings a unique story to the table, a distinct perspective to share. Embedded within these stories and viewpoints, there are lessons to be learned, insights to be gleaned, wisdom to be absorbed. The practice of humility extends to the appreciation of others. It prompts us to lend an ear to their experiences, draw learnings from their life stories. Humility teaches us to be open to thoughts and influences that challenge our own beliefs and preconceived notions. It urges us to invite vulnerability and open ourselves to growth in its multitude of forms. The essence of practicing humility is the acceptance that we do not hold all the answers, and at times we may even be in the wrong. By embracing humility, we invite wisdom into our lives. We pave the way for change. We foster growth. Humility is not about viewing ourselves as lesser beings, but about understanding our position in the grand canvas of existence. It is the recognition that we are not the epicenter of the universe, and that there is a wealth of wisdom to be gained from others. The benefits of practicing humility are immense. It fosters a learning mindset, increases self-awareness, and improves relationships. It encourages empathy, enhances resilience, and helps us maintain a balanced perspective on life. The practice of humility allows us to better appreciate the value of others, leading to healthier, more respectful interactions. Therefore, the decision to practice humility is not just a moral choice, but a path to personal growth, transformation, and success. Practicing courage, the ninth decision, is a momentous choice that individuals need to make in their lives. It encompasses the act of looking fear directly in the eye and firmly rejecting retreat. It entails taking a bold stand against adversity, pushing the boundaries, and persevering during strenuous moments. Courage is more than a mere concept or word. It's practically a lifestyle, a code of conduct, and a guiding beacon in the journey of life. It is about embracing a mindset devoid of fear, a mindset that doesn't cower when faced with hardship, but actually flourishes in the midst of it. Making the conscious effort each day to be brave, be resilient, and remain unyielding, irrespective of what life hurls at us, is an essential embodiment of courage. This quality of courage manifests in countless scenarios. Its representation can be as straightforward as voicing out against an unjust act, or as intricate as battling a potentially fatal disease with an unwavering smile. It involves making the tough choice of standing alone when the majority is against us, or daring to dream grandiosely when surrounded by naysayers. But being courageous doesn't signify an absence of fear. It merely suggests that we won't let fear govern our actions. We refuse to allow fear to dictate our path or confine our potential. We stare down these fears, we challenge their authority, we question their validity, and eventually we triumph over them. Courage is synonymous with persistence. It embodies the spirit of ceaseless self-challenge, unending expansion of our capabilities, and relentless progress, despite the difficulties that may riddle our journey. It symbolizes our spirit's tenacity, the strength of our resolve, and our determination's steadfastness. Notably, this journey of courage is an exploration of bravery to confront our fears, and more importantly, it's about cultivating the resilience to surmount them. The significance of practicing courage and building resilience is immense. It fosters personal growth and instills a sense of purpose and direction. It equips us with the ability to tackle life's challenges head-on and overcome difficulties with grace and fortitude. Hence, courage is not just a virtue, but a critical tool in navigating the turbulent waters of life. Our ultimate resolution involves the cultivation and application of wisdom. Wisdom, in its essence, is a somewhat ethereal notion, frequently entwined with age and experience. It's not merely a term, but a vessel that holds an unfathomable depth of significance. It embodies the capacity to distinguish what is authentic, moral, or enduring, and it's an attribute that is profoundly esteemed across all cultures globally. The question arises, how does one authentically exercise wisdom? It's a cycle, a voyage of discovery that embarks with the understanding that wisdom is not a final destination, but an unending path of evolution. It's about being perceptive and responsive to our surroundings, having the ability to listen not just audibly, but also emotionally and cognitively. It's about remaining inquisitive, scrutinizing and deconstructing the world around us, discerning our role in the grand scheme of things. It's about striving to decode the complex patterns that mold our lives, the intricate designs that weave the tapestry of our existence. Exercising wisdom involves embracing the unpredictable nature of life, recognizing the ceaseless ebb and flow of change, and learning to sail those tumultuous waters with a sense of equilibrium. It demands mastering the art of acceptance, harnessing the power of patience, and building the fortress of resilience. It's about making ethically sound choices, not only for our individual benefits, but also for the welfare of those around us and for the world at a macro level. It's about comprehending that each of our actions produces a ripple effect, and that every choice we make today lays the foundation of our future. The practice of wisdom also hinges on learning from our experiences. It's not just centered on the monumental, life-altering events that sculpt us, but also the seemingly insignificant everyday incidents that stealthily sway our thoughts and actions. It's about realizing that wisdom doesn't simply involve accumulating knowledge, it's about actualizing it. It's about putting into practice the lessons we've gleaned and employing that wisdom to guide our future decisions, thereby paving the way for a more enlightened life. As we wrap up, let's delve deeper into the 10 decisions we've encountered. Stoicism, a profound philosophy as we've unraveled, essentially orbits the craft of self-contemplation and comprehension. It's a call for us to critically examine our thoughts and actions, to be fully present in the current moment, and to surrender to the natural progression of life. This philosophy, firmly planted in the teachings of the ancient Stoics with a particular emphasis on Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, arms us with practical decisions that possess the transformative power to reshape our lives. These decisions are far from mere philosophical musings. On the contrary, they are tangible and applicable exercises fortified with the power to guide our lives in a more attentive, serene, and balanced way. They equip us with the mental strength to confront life's uncertainties with a state of calm, to foster self-discipline, and to live in harmony with nature and logic. Every passing moment is a fresh opportunity to implement these teachings, and by doing so, we can transform each day into a masterpiece. Marcus Aurelius, the beacon of Stoicism, once stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This echoes the immense potential Stoicism holds in sculpting our thoughts, our actions, and eventually the contours of our lives. Stoicism is not just about adopting a new philosophy. It's about seeing life through a new prism, one that is deeply rooted in peace, wisdom, and resilience. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of the 10 decisions embodying the power of Stoicism, let's not just remember these profound teachings, but make them an integral part of our lives. Each day greets us with a new opportunity to practice these lessons, to make it not just another day, but our best day. Our journey with Stoicism is not ending here, it's just the beginning. As we leave you to ponder these teachings, we look forward to our next enlightening discussion, where we will continue to uncover the depths of this philosophy. Until then, remain thoughtful, remain resilient, remain stoic.